There's a certain kind of intellectual who mistakes comprehensiveness for insight, who believes that if you can explain everything, you've explained something. Noam Chomsky has spent 70 years being that person, and we've spent 70 years pretending not to notice. Here's the thesis hiding inside the mythology: Chomsky operates a closed system. Not a theory, a system. One where every piece of evidence confirms the model, no piece of evidence can falsify it, and disagreement is reinterpreted as proof that you've been manipulated by the very forces he's describing. It's elegant, if by elegant you mean airtight in the way a sealed room is airtight. Take his manufacturing consent framework. On the surface, a serious claim: mass media systematically filters information to serve elite interests. Fine. But watch what happens when you push on it. When the media agrees with Chomsky, that's a rare crack of truth breaking through. When it disagrees, that's the filter working. When it ignores him, that's suppression. When it covers him extensively, which it does constantly, that's. He'll get back to you on that one. A model that can metabolize any input without revision isn't a theory of media. It's a horoscope with footnotes. Then there's the linguistic architecture underneath all of this. Chomsky built his academic reputation on universal grammar, the idea that humans are born with an innate language faculty, a kind of mental organ pre-wired for syntax. Generations of researchers built careers on it. And then the field largely moved on, as evidence from diverse languages kept failing to find the universal structures he predicted. His response was not to update the model. It was to make the model more abstract, more unfalsifiable, until the universal grammar was so deeply buried in theoretical apparatus that no data could ever reach it. This is not science. This is theology with better citation formatting. Which brings us to the thing that should bother you most: not that Chomsky is wrong, but that being wrong costs him nothing. His method is designed to be immunized against correction. Every debate he enters, he doesn't argue to learn, he argues to demonstrate that his interlocutor hasn't understood the deeper point yet. The deeper point is always there, always receding, always just out of reach of whatever you just said. It is the intellectual equivalent of a moving goalpost bolted to a truck. And so we arrive at the strange legacy: a man who built a career on exposing the mechanisms of propaganda, who himself constructed a rhetorical framework so self-sealing, so resistant to outside verification, that it functions structurally, operationally, exactly like the systems he condemns. The propaganda critic became the closed loop. The debunker built the bunker. There's a lesson in there somewhere, but I suspect Chomsky would tell you you've been trained not to see it.